Awesome. So I want to start today with a review. All right. I want to put up here what we ended on yesterday. And that was I guess I could have just pulled a slide from yesterday, but let's do it this way. I like it this way better. That way you can do whatever you want to with this image. All right. So we are going to talk about eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells, and then I'm going to show you those look about the same size, don't they? Not quite as beautiful as the other ones. All right. So let's do this. One side's going to be our eukaryotic cell. One side's going to be our prokaryotic cell. Now, we talked about this for a little bit more than 5 minutes, maybe yesterday. So you can still impress me. It's not like we spent it wasn't our whole lesson, but it is something important to know. I know, Pip, you have a good eye. You would be the one. He would be the one. You always.
You say he would be the one.
Pip he would be the one to catch it.
Yeah, she.
I said she. I thought.
I go by she, her, by the way.
Yes, I thought you.
Yeah, I just misheard it. She, her, yes, she, her.
Okay, I was like, wow, I've really been wrong this whole time. So I felt bad, but I'm glad I'm not wrong. Awesome. So we have eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Sorry, we're everywhere. Let's do prokaryotic on one side, eukaryotic on the other. You guys are moving stuff, so I'm going to stop moving your stuff. There we go. So let's go ahead and put some things on this board. I love that we already have the nucleus, right? The nucleus is the biggest difference. So I'm glad that that's the one you reached for first. What else was different between the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells? And while we do this, if somebody else, I know we don't have any other introduction slides that you've given me, but if anybody else would just like to give us another introduction on who they are, I am not against doing that again today because that was a bright spot in my day yesterday. Just getting to learn more about each of you. So if somebody would like to do that again today, I would love that. I think we all enjoyed learning more about Peyton yesterday.
Right. I mean, Justin, he told me yesterday he might make one.
Did he?
But it depends. Yeah, I don't know if Justin is going to make one or not, but he said he might.
Okay. So let's look at what we have up here. We have our eukaryotic cells. All right. They have a nucleus and a membrane. I'm glad we put membrane in there. I want to pick your mind on membrane here in a minute. They are in our bodies, right? I like that because what was the trick that I taught you yesterday about remembering the type of cell that's in your body is eukaryotic? Who can tell me? Yeah, there you go. Everybody put it in there. Everybody put that in chat, right? Eukaryotic are what are in you, right? Eukaryotic. We didn't go over, however, I think what you means. We didn't get to go over that. So I say we are going to dissect words, not animals this year. Does anyone know? Does anyone know what that prefix "you" means? Because that's also a clue. Right? It doesn't just remind us that it's the type of cells that you are made up of, but it also tells us what? Anybody know what that means? It's okay, Ellie. We're just glad you're here. We're going back and forth between what a eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell are, what they have in common. I don't think Justin's here. I feel like Justin might have a stab at what this is. Let me look for Justin. You are right. You are right, Deontay. They are made up, other organisms are made up of them. But EU means almost Ireland. It starts with a T. Starts with a T. Should I sing some Jeopardy music? Yes, true. All right, you means true. Kind of rhymes too, right? You means true, and that means that eukaryotes have a true nucleus. Okay. Pro is without. It's not as simple because pro is a prefix that is used for other terms other than biology words. So it's not a good indicator. But if you know what eukaryotic is, then the good thing is the opposite would be prokaryotic. All right. So we went through, yes, eukaryotic cells have a nucleus. They do have a membrane, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. They are in our bodies. Okay. They are the cells that you have. We used this word yesterday, complex. Perfect. Our own cells. I would give this a gold star. High five. Good job. All right, let's move over to prokaryotic. So I said if you know what prokaryotic or eukaryotic is, you would know that prokaryotic is the opposite. All right. Prokaryotic has no nucleus. All right. It doesn't have one. We also used this word yesterday, simple. Good. They don't have membranes. Bacteria as an example. Wow, you guys are doing awesome. So what would be a couple of the similarities? That's what I'd like to know. Sometimes those similarities can really trip us up. What are some of these similarities that they both have? What are they both? Ooh, they both end in otic. Kind of bacteria, but they're not eukaryotic cells. There may be some forms of bacteria that are eukaryotic, but not a lot. They both have DNA. Dustin, that's really good because we haven't really talked about that yet. Good. Pip, that's perfect. Yes, they are both cells. Yes, that's perfect. They are both cells. They're both types of cells. They're both living things. They both have DNA. All right. They don't have membranes, but they do both have some organelles. All right. And we haven't talked a lot about organelles, but we're going to do that today. All right. Yesterday, we visited this chart that talked about cell organization. Does anyone want to draw that on the board for me? We talked about cell organization. And I said that was the one objective yesterday that I think that you all really knew that you might not know that you know. Remember, it was kind of a little chart, a flow chart. Yes, good. Cells.
Right? I guess I'll write it up.
Yeah, so let's make a little flow chart down here. I want to put tissue right there. You just have to put tissue. So a bunch of cells make up tissues.
A tissue.
Good. So let's move this up here. Ooh, the organ there. Okay, good. Cells have tissues. Tissues make up organs. Yes, organs, organ systems. And then our organ systems make organisms. And who wrote this right here? Because I liked it. Where'd the organelles go? Pip, was that you that wrote that?
Oh, yeah. It just moved on to another slide. I don't know how.
That's okay, but I really liked that you did that. I really liked that you did that. Aria wrote that one. Aria, that goes right here. Do you want to stick that back on the board? I love that you wrote that because that's what we're going to talk about right this second. All right. So in our eukaryotic cells, for the longest time, I didn't understand what it meant by membrane-bound organelles. Like, I always just memorized in my mind membrane-bound organelles, but I didn't get what that meant. So our cells are actually made of membrane-bound. And what membranes are is they are made of one of those 4 macromolecules from last unit. Which one? Who can remember? Not carbs. Carbs give us what? Carbs give us energy. Yes, wait, I saw it. Come back.
Nucleic acid?
Lipids.
No, lipid.
Lipids. Faith, remember we have those little guys that had the head and the tail. And what were they afraid of? Yes, they were afraid of water. All right. And we looked at them in Nearpod and like moved them around and manipulated them, looked at their shape and talked about how their shape is so important to their function, and that their function was important because it was a protective layer. All right. So I just pulled off a piece of saran wrap. All right. You might have this at home. So we're going to pretend this apple, all right, this apple is an organelle within your cell. Does anybody remember a cell organelle? Go back to 7th grade life science. I guarantee you can think of one. You can. What's the brain of the cell? Ooh, lysosome is one. It's a really, really small one. What about the nucleus? Anybody remember the nucleus or the mitochondria? Yes. So this apple could represent your nucleus. This could represent your mitochondria. All right, but all of the organelles inside a eukaryotic cell have a membrane around them. So it's just like this plastic wrap that you can wrap your fruit in. All right, maybe you can wash your apples and then wrap it up and store it in your fridge like this. This plastic wrap is going to represent your membrane. What if I got this apple a little wet? I made it damp, put some water in it, and then I wrapped it. What's going to happen? Is it going to keep that in there? Don't be afraid. Yes, the water's going to stay in there and keep my fruit moist, right? It's going to trap the water. Good, because of that hydrophilic, yes, and hydrophobic tendencies. Good. What if my ketchup in my fridge falls down and goes all over my apple? Is it going to ruin my apple? Okay, I could wash it off anyway, but let's just pretend maybe it's maple syrup and would get my apple all sticky. But if I have this saran wrap on my apple, is it going to affect the apple? Right, Dustin, you're absolutely right when you say barriers protect. Barriers protect. And so this saran wrap, this membrane, is around all of our organelles and a eukaryotic cell. And that's partly how it is more complex. Okay. So the next time you think of the cell membrane or the membrane bound organelles, I want you to think of Mrs. R wrapping up these apples. Okay. That protective layer is going to be what represents our membranes, which is just proving to us why we spent so much time in Unit 2 learning about those 4 macromolecules. Were those macro or big molecules, were they alive? Are our proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, and carbs, are they alive? No, you're right. They're not alive, but they are necessary for living things. Are atoms alive? Tell me. And tell me why atoms are not alive. Can someone tell me why atoms aren't alive? Why are they not alive?
Well, I feel like they're not non-organic. They're not like they're abiotic or something. I'm not fully sure, but I
They
know for
are.
a fact that they are the smallest non-living thing. They're like cells are the smallest living thing. It's just atoms are just the smallest non-living thing. But they are essential, really, I guess.
Perfect. Right. They're not living because they aren't made out of a cell. All right. And we know from yesterday that the cell theory tells us what cells are.
Cells are different cells or something?
Almost just
Made from other cells?
Good. All cells come from other cells. So life comes from life. You guys are rock stars. Good. So that is a recap on yesterday's lesson, and that's going to propel us in today's lesson. All right. We're going to bring back some of those words that we talked about today, like mitochondria and nucleus and those membrane bound organelles. And we're going to review what those are. And we're going to start tomorrow. Remember, what did I tell you we get to talk about tomorrow? I teased you. Anyone remember? It's all right. Our first project. All right. We are going to do a cell project. You are not going to make a cell rep model. All right. I know some of you may have done that and it's a super fun project too. But this is going to be even more fun than that. All right. All right. So who's going to tell us what are we doing today? What are we doing? Who wants to read? All right, Pip, why don't you do the first two? And Ireland, then
All right.
the second two.
All right. What are the functions of organelles, nucleus, mitochondria, cytoplasm, oh my God. I'm having a bit of an autism moment. Sorry about that. Vacuole, cell membrane, chloroplast, plant cells, cell wall. Wait, that says plant cells twice, though, isn't it? Right?
Yep, you're right, because it's showing you that the chloroplast is in the plant cell.
Yep.
And the cell wall is specific to the.
Yeah, right. The plant cells too. So where is the DNA located in the cell? Thank you. I'm sorry about that. I'm just having an autism moment right now.
No, you did a great job. And those are very strange words. So that would be things that trip me up too. Ireland, let's look at the last two.
I'll just say, good job, Piper. What two organelles are in a plant aren't in an animal cell? How would you explain the phrase, a cell is semi-permeable?
Yes, good job. Everybody give your classmates a hand because those were some crazy words that we got today in our goals. And so we are going to go through those. We're going to dissect them. We are going to practice saying them and we're going to learn what they mean. All right. I want to label these goals A, B, C, and D. All right. A is this one, first one, B, C, and D. I'm going to do a poll. If you could tell me which one of these goals you know or know the best or you feel the most confident in, which would it be? Do you know the functions of the cell organelles the best? Are you like, oh, I know where the DNA in the cell is. I got that one. I feel like most of you know that. Don't let it trip you up. All right. What about this one? Two organelles are in the plant cell that aren't in the animal. And how would you explain semi-permeable? How would you explain semi-permeable? All right, that's kind of what I thought. That is kind of what I thought. So most of you say that B. All right, where is the DNA in the cell? Somebody tell me. You're not wrong. Say it with confidence. Where's the DNA?
I feel like it's in the nucleus or something, but I may be wrong.
Nope, you're right. That's okay, Arya. The nucleus. Ooh, and the nucleolus, to be specific, Dustin is saying. Good. Yes, you are correct. If that's what you think you know of those, you are 100% correct. The DNA is in the nucleus. And some of you are saying that, you know, where the difference between some plant and animal cell organisms, what would be organelle? What would be the one organelle that you know is in a plant cell that is not in an animal cell? Don't hesitate. I think you know this one too. You know. We love you, Pip, and you do a great job. Never feel that way. Never feel that way. All right, I'm going to give you a clue. Green. Green. I am not green. I'm not green, but a plant is. My skin is not green. There is, I almost said it. Yes, Justin. There is an organelle in the plant cell that makes it green. There it comes. I almost said there's a chloroplast, and that is correct. Now, yes, green, right? There is a chloroplast that has a chemical called chlorophyll in a plant cell that makes it green. All right, we're going to talk about all of that and why leaves change colors and all those fun things in this unit. But that is one of the organelles. So those should be some familiarities going into that this unit. And I appreciate you all playing that game. Those of you that played it yesterday. All right, that was a really good indicator to me too about what you know coming into unit 3 and what you don't know. Helps me focus on those things that you don't know, and it makes you stronger biology students. All right. So today we're going to go through and look at the cell. All right, this is the animal cell. What we're going to do is you're going to listen to me for less than 5 minutes, okay? Because you've listened to me a lot already today. And then we are going to play a game. It's not a word wall game. It's even more fun than that, I promise. All right. So I'm going to get that link ready for you. Does anyone know any of these organelles? Would anybody want to get on the mic? Yeah, we have a brief quiz today. And you're going to rock it.
The only thing I really know of cytoplasm a bit, and mitochondria and something like that. That's just really all I know.
Do you remember what the cytoplasm is, Pip?
By the look of it, like I see the cytoplasm. I see it looks as if it was the filling or something like that.
Yes.
Like it.
Good. Has anyone ever had a jelly-filled donut?
Oh, also Ari wants to explain something.
I will let her go. Yep, I'm going to have her go next. Yes, a jelly-filled donut. Jake, we need to get you a jelly-filled donut, all right? Or a cream-filled donut. Oh, man, I don't know. It's like, I think the Boston, is it a Boston cream? I don't know. It has the white, real fluffy filling. That's my fave. All right. So the cream inside that donut is kind of a good resemblance of like a cytoplasm. It's like a jellyish substance that keeps everything basically from being like these Buckeyes in my jar, right? If I shake my jar, they bounce off the edges, right? And they're loud and it's vigorous and it's not good. But what that jelly does is it protects them, right? From just being like bouncy balls bouncing off the walls of the cell membrane. Don't break the jar. I'm giving you all anxiety. All right, Aria, can you tell us about another cell organelle?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so I read the lesson earlier, which is the only reason I know this. But I know I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like the Golgi complex.
Yep.
So I remember that the body of it like distributes what's left of the endoplasmic reticulum.
Yeah, good.
Yes. Yeah, and it's mostly like proteins, but it kind of like modifies what's left of the ER, and it distributes them throughout the rest of the cell.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Good. How about somebody else? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Let her motivate.
Just like Miss Jackson said last year, don't be shy.
Oh, I love that stuck with you. Anybody else? Well, this is going to be the job of our unit. So if you aren't sure, that's okay. What I don't want to do is I'm not going to take the time to go around this and tell you all the functions. We're going to play a game. All right, and you're going to learn a little bit that way. But what I first want to do is I do want to help you with pronunciation, okay? I do want to help you with pronunciation. So we're going to go around and say them. You can say them on your microphones or you don't have to, okay? But say them out loud, at least at home, even with your microphone off. Because some of these weird words are just so weird to even just say, right? Like just say it. Just say it with me. I dare you. I dare you. All right, here we go. Nucleus. That one is easy, but everybody say nucleus.
Nucleus.
Are you right? This says mitochondrion. I think that's plural for mitochondria. Yes. All right,
mitochondrion.
All right, so everyone say mitochondria.
And mitochondria and mitochondrion.
Good. Say vacuole.
Vacuole. Why does it sound like a swear word?
Cytoplasm.
Cytoplasm.
Right here, you've got the Golgi complex.
Golgi complex.
And vesicles.
Vesicles.
Lysosomes.
Lysosomes.
Is that what you remembered, Pip?
Somehow.
That is crazy. Do you remember what the job of the lysosome is?
To be honest, I don't know. I just guessed. it.
Okay, I just have to tell you because you know what I like to think about?
What?
Is I like to think about little cleaning ladies. All right, maybe because I secretly want one at my house.
Maids?
So I wouldn't say a maid, like just someone that would come help you clean, right? Like when I put my kids to work, right? Like they're just walking, they're like going around the cell with little brooms and dustpans and cleaning things up, right? If it looks foreign and they're like, I don't know what that is, just like if you look up and see something on your floor and you're like, I don't know what that is, we're going to clean that up, right? Anything that looks unfamiliar or foreign or like waste, your little lysosomes are like running around tidying up the cell, all right? Like I want a lysosome at my house. Lysol. Yeah, good. Lysol cleans. So you can remember Lysol and lysosomes. I like it, Ireland. That's perfect. Yes, your robot vacuums. Your lysosome is like your robot vacuum. So good. All right, say centriole.
Centriole. Oh, we skipped one, I think.
Peroxisomes. They're kind of like a two-in-one entity. I should have said those. How about plasma membrane?
Plasma membrane.
Right, we got our membranes. How about our endoplasmic reticulum?
Endoplasmic reticulum.
I mean, that's a weird one, right? You just have to say reticulum. Yes, Justin, the ER, right? So the endoplasmic reticulum is made up of two parts, the smooth ER and the rough ER. I kind of like to think about them as like your small intestine and large intestine. They have a similar job, all right? Ribosomes.
Ribosomes, or as I call them, ribosomes, but I'll call them ribosomes.
Good. And microtubules.
Microtubules or
Good.
Tubules. Yes.
And you may not see microtubules in your game. The microtubules are very small fibers that are kind of like the bones of your cell. All right. They give your cell a little bit of rigidity. All right. So bones of the cell. I'm going to put that one up there because that one you won't probably review in this game. All right. This is going to be so fun. You're going to love it. I'm going to give you this right now. This is a new site for me. It's called Legends of Learning. Has anyone used it before? Yes? Oh, man. I thought it was so fun. At least you sound excited about it. Sweet deal. All right. So I'm going to put it again in chat. I'm going to put it on the board. And I want you to play it. All right. I'm not going to. I am not going to talk because I really want you to play. All right. Yesterday, I gave you time to play that game, and some of you did not, so don't make me sad today. That's kind of hard to see. Can everybody see that blue link? Oh, it moved. There it goes. Here is the link. Right? I'm making an arrow to it. So that's what we're going to do right now. Is pop into it. You should be able to. It says students can do it live. Let me click it in my bar and see if it. Does it say Cell Patrol? Ready, go? Let me see. Let me put up on my screen.
Hey, Mrs. Rittenhouse, I was wondering if we have a quiz for lesson 3 of unit 3.
We do.
Today.
We do.
All right. I'm just making.
All right. You can't get in because you have to log into Google. You should not have to log into Google. Let me see what is direct assignment to the link. It says I can give you that. Okay, let me see using your teacher code. So let's try it this way. If that was not working, I'm going to copy it and put it on another slide. All right, let's go. I hope it works. If not, we only have a couple more minutes, I guess. We can do it when we come in tomorrow. I'm so excited. I have a couple of them actually that are super fun. New board. All right, so let's try these instructions. Legends of Learning. It's going to give you a code. I would just copy and paste that. I have our class set up, so I don't think you should have to do that. Oh, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing Alicia, Morgan, Jacob, Faith, you're in. Yeah. Thank you. Here, so go to this link and then click play teacher assignments. Go to this link and then go to play teacher assignments. Mrs. Mullenbrook is saving the day. I'm coming right back to that, Pip. I know you as Pip, so if you want to change it in Neuro, you're welcome to do that. Yes, there's several games that you can play. I think I picked 2 so that you had a choice. There's Cell Patrol and I think a duck one. No. Your quiz is not missing. It's not open yet. I didn't open your quiz yet. I don't open it till after class. So many questions. Let me see. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Evan, Morgan, Arlisha, Kaylee, you're in. Several of you seem to be in. Lily, Kai, can any of you give us on how you are in? Because I see that you are in. Say, I decided to find a new game, but along with that comes some troubles. That is so strange. Well, let me figure it out for tomorrow, guys. I'm sorry. I was so pumped. It looks so fun. So let's just do this. We have 5 to 10 minutes. Let's do this. It's not as fun. It makes me sad. But that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to open up your quiz. Let's take your quiz today in class. All right. Then you don't have that to do outside of class today. And then we can come tomorrow. We'll play our game, our cell game, and then we will get ready and learn about what in the world this cell project is going to be for this unit. And that's going to be a fun time too. Just at like even getting to know you all, I feel like you're going to really take to that. So let me get this opened up. We'll take it, get it done with, and then all will be good. So we'll make this. This will be due. And let's see, here we go. Should be open and visible now. So you can go to the classroom and see that. Make sure I have the right time. So it's not after class. Let's just do this now. Get it out of the way. And then we feel accomplished. If I'm not seeing your comments, it's because I'm opening this quiz. So I'm coming right back. All right. Quiz is officially open for business. It's because it says it's due at 8 o'clock. Well, it's not due at 8 o'clock. Oh, it's 2000 here. There you go.
Oh my Lord, it's been due since last year. I got to get it done.
You're so late. So late. All right, there you go. That's fixed up.
Oh man, we're so late. Mrs. Rittenhouse is not gonna be proud. Ah.
Oh, I am so proud of you guys. It is not going to be a group project. It's going to be a project that you do on your own.
All right, now, all right. Neuro, stop cutting me off. Anyways, now it is due tomorrow, so we good.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a green check, red X. When you are done with the quiz, I want you to give me a green check. Y'all are giving me green checks already? I just opened it. You're done with the quiz?
Well, I guess we're just, I don't know.
I'm so generous, Ireland. I'm so generous. Right, don't give me a green check until you're done taking the quiz.
I thought we... Nero, stop cutting me off. I thought we usually have unlimited attempts on these, as we used to.
Unlimited attempts. Yes, you will have unlimited attempts.
But it says I only have 2 attempts.
Well, if you need more attempts, you let me know, all right? I've got confidence in you. All right. Awesome. Well, we're going to be quiet in the main room now so that y'all can do that. I'll get my game pulled together so that we can have fun doing that tomorrow. If you have any questions while you're taking it, feel free to send those in chat. Yep, you're right, Dustin. And it sure is.
Okay. Well, come to think of it, I finished it as promised.
Way to go. Yes, when you're done, you may leave. Have a good day, everybody. Way to go, Lily. All right, guys. Once you finish up, you're welcome to go. Thank you. You too.